called a noon game today?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I heard they won. I didn't know anything about it.
Like 24.
Oh, okay. Great impression.
Could have been more.
Do you know anything about?
We'll have a pretty good matchup with them. They're athletic. We'll see. Just depends on what team shows up for us.
Gotcha.
Really, to be honest.
Been one of those seasons.
Yep. I mean, we were against Aiken. We freaking beat it by 17 or 19, and we shot well. Or beat it by 17, 14 at the end, but we played well. We had guys attacking, rebounding, and then against Smith Valley last night, we did. And then against Hanks this morning, we did. And people played well.
Gotcha.
That was weird. I don't know. All right, let me fix this real quick. I don't have it on here. Did I bring my thumb drive? Nope. Maybe I put it. What's up? We're live here at Georgetown High School for the evening session of Jack Frost Day 2. First Responder Broadcasting bringing you Georgetown Eagle basketball, and it's proudly presented by the sponsorship of Mack Hike Ford Lincoln of Georgetown and Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I'm Wally Harmon alongside. He's back in the booth. It's Holden Tuma joining us tonight. Jerry N running things on behind the scenes with the camera and the computer. And Holden, this Georgetown team 1-1 through the first two games of Jack Frost. A tough outing against Smithson Valley the other night, last night. Not playing at that dog mentality they did against Aikens on Monday, but then rebound with a big 52-28 win over El Paso Hanks today. An opportunity here to get over 500 and get into that silver bracket of the Jack Frost tournament for day 3.
Jack Frost is always a blast. I remember coming here as a student at Georgetown and just watching some of the games. You often see a lot of high-level basketball. There's a lot of great teams that come to this tournament and perform, and it's multiple days, multiple games, so it's always a test of attrition, how banged up your guys get, a tweaked ankle, tweaked knee, but I'm expecting two high-level teams today. But like you said, Georgetown a big chance to get over 500. The biggest thing with high school basketball games and really high school affairs in general, there's two aspects of the game you have to look at, which is the unselfishness of the players and defense. Because everyone loves the highlight reels. Everyone likes the step-back threes over a defender's head. That's a tough shot, though. And maybe you had a guy open in the corner you could swing it to instead. But a lot of these kids, they see the highlight reels. They want that to be themselves. They know they can make that in practice. So let's try to do it in game. And you always have to remain coachable, remain looking for the open guy. And then on defense, you always have to remain a defensively active and aware player. Because like you said, or like I just said, a lot of these players are going to want to make the highlight plays, and if you're on defense and ready to roll, you can stop them and then turn that into offensive and transition.
It'll be interesting to see how Georgetown responds. A little bit change in the starting lineup. You'll hear that here in just a minute from the PA announcer, Curtis Parker. But both of these teams 1-1. They both beat El Paso Hanks at this point. They both fell to Smithson Valley. One thing about the comparison, Smithson Valley played earlier against this Midway team, and they went a full 4 quarters of physical basketball. Are they worn out? Tough to respond for game 2. We'll go to the PA announcer, Curtis Parker, for tonight's introduction of the starting lineups.
Your starting 5 for the Midway Panthers. Number 3, Gus Mills. Number 4, Antoine Willis. Number 10, Johnny Berry. Number 22, Caleb Phoenix. And number 42, Gabe Iwala. Here they are, your starting 5 for the Georgetown Eagles. The 6'3" senior guard, number 2, Q Presley. The 6'2" senior forward, number 5, Isaiah Capers. The 6' junior guard, number 11, Nick Henson. The 6'5" junior post, number 20, Cooper Ray. And the 6'6" senior wing, number 25, Ryan Dupre. Next guy.
So the Georgetown Eagles bring you Presley, Capers, Ray, Dupre, and Hanson to start it out here against the Midway Panthers. The Panthers will start with Gus Mills, the freshman, Antoine Mills, the junior, Johnny Berry, the senior, Caleb Phoenix, the senior, and Gabe Iwala, the senior. He just won the tip against Cooper Ray, and the Panthers have it right wing into the hands of Berry. He'll go up top into the hands of Phoenix. Phoenix back to the right wing, Mills. Antoine has it. He'll drive in. Right elbow jumper up and good for Antoine Mills. And a two-point lead for the Midway Panthers. 7:30 left here, first quarter. Right wing to Q Presley. He holds there. Georgetown, the home team here in this pool play ball game in the all-white uniforms, white shorts, white jerseys. Capers on the right block will go up, and Iwala blocks it. Should have been on the inline. Not called there. And the rebound by Berry for the Panthers. Midway will bring it up. Antoine Mills, the junior guard, number 4, across the timeline. 7:10 remaining. He'll go left wing into the hands of Berry. Berry there by Hanson, up top into the hands of Phoenix. Down low to Iwala, right block. He'll go up against Cooper Ray, put it up off the glass and in. And a 4-0 lead here for the Panthers to open up the ball game. Dupre has it left wing for Georgetown, and he'll be fouled there by Phoenix. So that'll be his first personal foul, first team foul. And now Georgetown's going to have to get into that flow with their offense here with 6:50 left first quarter.
And it's been a great start already for Iwala, number 42. He's 6'6", the biggest player on Waco Midway, and right now making his presence felt. The tallest guy in Georgetown, Mayhew, not in the game right now. He's at 6'9".
Mayhew will come in at some point, you would assume, and Q Presley knocks down his first shot, a three-pointer from the left baseline. And a big shot there, cuts the lead back to 1. 4-3, Midway leads it by 1. Up top, Berry has it against Hanson, picks up the dribble left wing. Gus Mills, he'll fire a deep 3. He knocks it down. Nice shot there by Gus Mills. He knocks down his first shot, and the lead back to 4, 7-3. Hanson right wing to Dupre. Dupre back up top to Capers. He'll swing left wing to Hanson. Hanson will drive on Mills. Now kick it back out to Q Presley, covered by Antoine Mills. He'll dribble back towards the top, reset the offense. 6:05 remaining first quarter. Dupre on the right wing. Dupre looks to dribble drive on Phoenix. Does. The little runner is up. Can't get it to go, but he'll draw the foul. And that'll send Ryan Dupre to the free throw line. We'll see who they give it to. They're going to give it to Phoenix, number 22. That'll be his second personal foul. So a big foul there drawn by Dupre. This Phoenix will pick up his second personal, second team foul on Midway. And Ryan Dupre to the free throw line for 2 shots. First free throw on the way is good. So a quick sub in for the Panthers after that foul on Phoenix. His second will be number 21, R.C. Thibodeau. We'll go with Thibodeau. A lot of letters. Second free throw from Dupre, good as well. He now has 2 in the ball game, and Georgetown trails by 2, 7-5. Gus has it left wing, up top to Antoine. He'll fire a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Cooper Ray had the rebound. Thibodeau spikes it out of bounds. He missed Isaiah Caper. It'll be Georgetown ball. Thought Cooper Ray may have gotten fouled by Awala there, but no call on the over the back.
Some great screens right now by Midway to get these shooters available and open for some looks. They didn't knock that 3 down, but if Georgetown doesn't fight through those a little bit harder, they're going to have open looks all night.
Q Presley across the timeline, left wing to Hanson, covered by Gus Mills into Dupre. Free throw line jumper, too strong off the back iron, and Awala up high to get the rebound for the Panthers. Off to Gus Mills. He'll bring it across the timeline. Up top, the pass picked off by Q Presley, and here comes the layup. Q Presley now with 5 in the ball game on the easy layup there. Ties it up. Oops. I had it wrong. I had it on the wrong side. Sorry about that. Ties it up at 7 apiece. Quick jumper by Barry in the lane. No good. Isaiah Capers the rebound. Kicks it off to Q Presley. Here comes Georgetown. Across the timeline to the right wing. Q has it there. Gets a screen. Back to the corner. Steps back. Fires a shot. No good. Capers will run it down. Give it to Hanson, and the Eagles reset. Right wing. Presley will drive on Awala. Pump fake. Skip pass. Dupre left corner 3. It's on the way. It's off the mark. Cooper Ray tips it forward, but Thibodeau comes away with it for the Panthers. And Midway will bring it up. Barry across the timeline. Kicking it Thibodeau on the left wing. Back up top to Barry. Panthers will run some motion over to Gus Mills on the right wing. Covered by Dupre. Now up top to Thibodeau. Looking up for Awala. Throws it over his head. Presley with the steal for Georgetown on the errant pass. He'll kick it ahead. Cooper Ray, right wing. He'll slow down. Look for Presley. Now kick it up top to Hanson. Eagles reset with 4:20 remaining. Hanson will go right wing to Presley. Covered tightly there by Antoine Mills. Presley will dribble past him. Euro step, kick it out. Hanson fakes the 3 on the left wing, drives all the way in, and he'll be fouled there. And that'll send Nick Hanson to the free throw line. Good take by Nick Hanson. Pass up the force 3, drive it, draw the foul, get some free throws.
There was a lot of defenders crashing inside of him, but he knew he could split the middle, and that's where you see a lot of the fouls when the defenders are a little bit out of position, reaching inside, making a play on the ball, and they round up hitting the arm, hitting the hand, and you get free throw shots.
Free throw from Nick Hanson, no good. That'll be the first foul on Gus Mills. Third team foul on the Panthers. Hanson's second free throw is good, and Georgetown takes their first lead, 8-7 with 4:05 remaining first quarter. Barry across the timeline, center of the floor, over to Mills. Antoine has it, goes into Awala, knocked free, gets it back, goes baseline, tries to dump it low, but they're going to call the foul on the floor against Cooper Ray. That'll be Cooper's first personal foul, Georgetown's first team foul. And the Panthers will have to inbound on the baseline.
That's one of the fouls you have to live with as a coach because he's playing at number 42 aggressively. Awala has the size on him, so he's got to get up in his grill. If you get a foul like that, you got to live with it.
Barry, 18-foot jumper from the left wing. No good. Thibodeau tried to get the rebound, but Ryan Dupre gets it for Georgetown. He'll push it ahead for Georgetown across the timeline. 3:45 remaining. Dupre, top of the key, picked up by Gus Mills. Dupre will dribble past Mills, stop on the baseline, kicks it into the lane, but they're going to call him on the inline to turn over on Georgetown. Back over to Midway with 3:36 remaining, and here's the first sub of the game for Georgetown. It's going to be number 44, and there's the big man coming back in. That is Evan Mayhew, the 6'9 senior, joined by number 1, Adrian Brown, the 5'10 senior, and number 12, Finn Sims, the junior. So we'll see how the matchup goes now with Awala and Mayhew, with Mayhew having 3 inches on the bigger Awala. Antoine Mills backs it out near midcourt with 3:25 remaining. Brown reach in. Mills drives past, kicks it out to number 10 who checked in, or to Barry. Thought it was a different looking player. It was number 10, Barry, but the shot no good. Rebound by the Panthers. They'll reset. Antoine looks to drive, cut off, step back, jumper up, short, no good. And a good job by Finn Sims to go up, tip the rebound to himself. Georgetown has it with 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Dupre picks up the dribble near midcourt. Gus Mills slaps it free and gets the steal. He'll drive in, spin in the middle of the lane. Dupre blocks it, but can't keep hold of it, so it'll go out of bounds back over to the Panthers. But a good play on recovery after a turnover by Dupre to get back, block the shot, and force the Panthers to reset.
A great defensive aggression to create the steal by Midway, but like you just said, the recovery on the other end by Georgetown Elite prevents them from getting an easy layup. Now they've got to earn it with a traditional offensive set.
Antoine Mills, number 4, the junior, kicks it left wing to Thibodeau. Back to Mills up top. Back to Gus Mills, the freshman on the left wing. He looks in, gets it to Thibodeau, top of the key, right wing to Barry. Looking for Iwala, tries to go down, blocked out from behind by Mayhew. Q Presley gets the steal, and he'll drive down and dunk it down! Q Presley, what a job there. A big steal on the read, and he already has 7 points in the ball game. And Georgetown leads by 3, 10-7. 2:15 remaining. Good ballet started on the defensive end by Mayhew. Q Presley keeps it and drives it ahead for the dunk. Down low through the hands of Antoine Mills on the backdoor pass, and a turnover for the Panthers.
I mean, Q Presley right now on these fast breaks. The first time he could have dunked, went with the layup. The second time does throw it down. But I was talking about this pregame. Defense can quickly turn into offense if you just give a lot of energy and stay focused. Right now, Georgetown defensively is focused and creating turnovers and leading to points.
And there's that foul by number 4, Antoine Mills. He kind of questions it, but yet bodying up and reaching in on Q Presley. That'll be his first, 4th team foul on Midway. And now Georgetown will inbound on the far side. Dupre to inbound for Georgetown. Looking for some help. Gets it into Evan Mayhew, who turns, and he's looking for Presley. Gets it to him. 1:55 remaining, first quarter. Georgetown the 3-point lead here, 10-7. Presley around Antoine to the free throw line. Backdoor cut to Adrian Brown. What a pass. And there's the late whistle. It was a little late, but it was a clear foul on Barry. He hit the arm of Adrian Brown, and that'll be Barry's personal foul. That'll be his first, 5th team foul. And that'll send Adrian Brown to the free throw line. What a beautiful backdoor pass on the cut by Brown by Q Presley.
That's what sets up these type of plays to draw the fouls, but I have to shout out Adrian on the actual take because he's 5'10", going up against significantly taller players as he hits the first free throw, and he goes up strong and forces them to foul, and then which gives him the opportunity at the free throw line.
And maybe the best free throw shooter, one of the best free throw shooters on this team. First one, nothing but net. Second, the broadcaster's curse misses, no good. 11-7, Georgetown by 4. Sorry, Adrian. 1:40 left here, first quarter. Barry left wing to Antoine Mills. Mills will give it off to Gus Mills on the left wing. Back up top to Antoine, right side to Barry. Looking down low for Iwala, but good defense by Mayhew. Gus Mills tried to fire a three, blocked by Ryan Dupre into the hands of Q Presley. Across the timeline towards the right side, and he'll slow it down with 1:20 remaining. Great defensive play by Ryan Dupre. The Eagle defense on point here early. Dupre right wing, up top to Finn Sims, move it around. Presley left wing. Antoine's going to lay off. He'll fire, knocks it down. Q Presley. He is on fire now with 10 points in the half, or in the quarter. The Eagle lead is up 2-7. Antoine Mills, a good drive there, gets fouled. We'll see who they call that one on. They're going to call it on Evan Mayhew. That'll be his first, team second. And that'll send Antoine Mills to the free throw line, but what a job there. So now it'll send Antoine Mills to the free throw line on Mayhew's first foul. First trip to the line for the Panthers. 58.2 seconds remaining. Mills' first free throw on the way is good.
It's a great job by Mills recognizing the situation. Georgetown just hits the big three after the block, a lot of energy, and he goes right down and attacks and tries to get them off balance, which they were, and gets himself to the free throw line with 2 opportunities for points.
Second free throw good as well for Antoine Mills. And the lead cut back to 5 now, 14-9. 55 seconds remaining. Q Presley will walk it up for Georgetown. Left wing to Dupre, back to Presley. Skip it over to Finn Sims, into the hands of Brown on the right wing. Now to Dupre, right wing, gets a high screen, dribbles off of it, drives baseline, tries to go up, and he's fouled tough there, and that'll probably be on Thibodeau. But that'll send Ryan Dupre to the free throw line. And it is going to be on number 21, R.C. Thibodeau.
They're not making anything easy right now for Georgetown inside, but the problem is they're getting slightly out of position early, so it's creating the leverage to drive. And since they're out of position, their best defense is to foul. We're seeing a lot of free throws right now for Georgetown.
Dupre misses the front end of the 2 shots there with 41.68 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Georgetown leads at 14-9. Dupre with a second free throw to come. Second free throw on the way. This one is good. Dupre now with 3 points in the ball game. And the Eagle lead back to 6, 15-9. 35 seconds on the clock as Barry crosses the midcourt stripe, covered tightly by Presley. Kicks it over to Antoine Mills. Mills has it, left wing, dribbles down, kicks it back out to the new sub on the floor, Luke Butler, the sophomore. He'll hold there with 23 seconds, dribbles to the wing, back up top to Antoine Mills. Midway going for the last shot here in the first quarter. 15 seconds on the clock. 15-9, Georgetown leads by 6 as Antoine Mills directs traffic, now under 10 seconds. Looking for the high screen from Iwala.
Not a lot of time left.
5 seconds left. He's waiting. And he'll step back. Curry 3 from the left wing. Off the back iron, no good. Evan Mayhew high to get the rebound. And the first quarter comes to a close. Georgetown 15, Midway 9. Georgetown Eagle basketball returns in just a moment here on the SHN Sports Network. Back for quarter number 2, Jack Frost, day 2. In the final nightcap game of the boys' side of the bracket, Georgetown leads it 15-9 to start the second quarter. Hansen goes into Mayhew in the lane. Drop step. He'll turn, fire a shot up, no good. Ryan Dupre, the backside rebound, goes up again, can't get it, gets his own rebound. It's blocked out. Gus Mills has it for the Panthers across the timeline, and he'll slow it down as he was outnumbered 1-on-4.
It's a great effort by Dupre to get that ball, but at that point there's 5 defenders. You have to pass that out. Going up for the third shot at that point was just too risky, and it gets blocked.
Barry has it down low to Iwala. Left block on Mayhew. Gets him in the air. Puts it up and off the glass. Another bucket for Iwala now with 4 in the ball game. And it cuts the lead back to 4 points.
And that's how you score on bigger defenders. Get him jumping in the air on a pump fake and then attack right when they're coming down and can't jump up to block.
Dupre fakes the right elbow jumper. Shot was supposedly blocked. Gets his rebound back and goes reverse layup. A nice take there by Dupre. His first field goal in the ball game. And Georgetown back to a 6-point lead. Antoine Mills pull up 3. Knocks that one down. 17-14 now. Cut to a 3-point deficit for the Panthers on the shot by Mills. He now has 7 in the ball game. Dupre on the right wing, 6:40 remaining in the first half. Up top to Finn Sims. Phoenix back on the floor with 2 fouls for the Panthers as Sims drives past, pull-up jumper at the free throw line. Not good, but a long rebound hauled down in the corner by Ryan Dupre. He'll go up top into the hands of Nick Hansen. Reset, 6:24 remaining. Right wing to Dupre. Looking low, goes to Mayhew, and he gets around Iwala, lays it up and in. Evan Mayhew. So the team's going back and forth with the big man, and Mayhew with his first 2 in the ball game.
It's a great lead pass, putting him to the basket and away from the defenders who could catch it and immediately put it up with no defense. Excellently played there.
6:05 remaining. Down low to Iwala, and there's the foul whistled on Mayhew. The big thing is that's going to be who gets in foul trouble, and that's Mayhew's second personal foul. First team foul on Georgetown here in the second quarter. And some substitutes in for Georgetown. Number 20, Cooper Ray, will come back in for Evan Mayhew. And Q Presley back in, along with number 23. That's Davin Sedgwick in for the first time here in the ball game.
At any time Mayhew's out of the game, it's going to be advantage Midway with size. Iwala 6'6", he will be the tallest player on the court.
Mills fires another 3 from the right wing, but it's no good. Rebound Finn Sims for Georgetown. He'll give it off to Hansen, pressured in the backcourt by Gus Mills. Hansen across the timeline, kicks it to Sedgwick, right baseline. He'll dribble up towards the wing, skip it over to Hansen left wing, into the hands of Sims on the baseline. Sims to Q Presley on the left wing. He looks to drive. Now we'll back it up top to Sedgwick. 5:35 remaining, first half, as Hansen drives in, dumps it into Ray, but it's stolen away by Phoenix. Good read, but then his pass batted away by Q Presley. The ball loose on the floor. Phoenix grabs it, throws it to Iwala. Over to Mills. Skip pass ahead. Gus Mills wide open. Left wing three on the way is good. So a scramble there. The costly one for Georgetown as Gus Mills nails his second three-pointer.
In a situation like that, scramble out for the ball on the ground like that, you like to see Georgetown be more aggressive getting it when it was on the floor. You had about 3 Eagles kind of waiting, watching, hoping their guy would get it so they could get the pass and then score rather than trying to secure the ball when it was down on the ground.
4:55 remaining. Hansen left wing. Up top to Sims. He'll hold there. Over to Q Presley on the right side. 4:45 remaining. Now to Ray. He'll go left wing into the hands of Sims. Fake, drive baseline, fire up a shot. It's short, no good. Sedgwick, the backside rebound, but his putback too strong. Rebound by Phoenix, and here comes Midway. Skip pass ahead. Barry, right wing, fires a wide open three, no good. Phoenix had the ball, but it was tipped out of his hands. Sedgwick comes away with it for Georgetown. He'll push down to the right wing, but he's doubled up there. Gives it off to Hansen. The Eagles reset. Q Presley left wing. Holds it there with 4:20 remaining first half. A 2-point lead for Georgetown, 19-17. Now left wing, Finn Sims into Cooper Ray at the free throw line. Back to Sims, skip pass over. Q Presley right wing, fakes the three into the free throw line, gets his man up in the air. The jump shot rattles in for Q Presley. A nice shot there. And now 12 in the ball game for Q, and the lead back up to 4. 21-17, Antoine has his pocket picked by Q Presley. Q's going to take it down. He's up, and there's a bit. That should be an intentional foul. A cheap shot by Antoine Mills takes out Q Presley. That is unreal. He undercut the legs after Q Presley left his feet. You want to see an intentional foul whistled there. That was unnecessary by Antoine. Coach Canfield is beside himself.
You definitely could see that upgraded to a flagrant. I imagine at an upper level that would trigger a review. There's no review process at the high school level, so it will remain as a foul on the court. But that was tough. You'd never like to see the players get undercut from behind when they're going in transition like that, especially because at that point there's very little you can do as a defender to actually eliminate the chance of them getting a layup other than taking the legs out, making a risky play, and potentially injuring the guy.
Presley knocks down the first free throw. Second one good as well. Presley now up to 14 points, and the Eagle lead up to 6, 23-17. As Coach Canfield sat there talking to the official the entire time during the free throws. Barry drives past Hansen into the lane, kicks it out. Gus Mills left baseline three, up, short off the rim, no good. Ray does a good job, tips it out. Sedgwick gets the outlet pass. He'll go up, lay it up and in. Davin Sedgwick got hit upside the head by Antoine Mills. No foul called there, but Georgetown gets the bucket and the lead up to 8, 25-17.
And Georgetown's killing Midway in transition right now. They're executing effectively in the transition game, scoring at the rim rather than settling for a jumper, and they're using defense and turning it into offensive points.
A drive by Barry takes it to the hoop. It's too strong. Tip back up, no good there by number 1, Kadersha. But rebounded by Q Presley. Backdoor pass. Davin Sedgwick gets it up and can't get it to go. Rebound by Phoenix. Outlet to Barry. He's wide open as he was cherry picking, and he'll lay it up and in for the Panthers.
And that time you see transition used against the Eagles. It was a very close. I think it might have got tipped, that layup for the Eagles. And then you find the outlet man who's running down the court and gets the easy score on the other end.
Q Presley to the baseline, gets around his man. He'll go up, lay it up and in. Q Presley, 16 in the ball game, leads Georgetown. And the lead back to 8, 27-19 with 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Antoine Mills will walk it across the timeline. Dribble towards the middle of the floor, call out the offense, and dribble left wing. Presley on him. Antoine tries to shake him. Stop. Pop a three over Presley. It's no good. Rebound by Davin Sedgwick. He'll give it off to Ryan Dupre, who checked back in. Skip pass over to Presley, right wing. He'll step in, take the three. It's up. It's good! Q Presley on fire for your Georgetown Eagles. And he knocks that one down, 30-19.
You might have to think about calling timeout if you're Midway. Q Presley right now is on a heater for the Eagles, and that could have been a backcourt violation. I think his heel might have been on the half court, but Q Presley right now is absolutely lighting it up.
Phoenix throws an elbow, knocks down Sedgwick, and his shot's an air ball. Georgetown has it. Dupre will slow it down with 1:45 remaining here in the first half. Bring it across the timeline. Dupre against Phoenix, a reach-in foul, no call. Stop, pop a three. A hard block out knocks down Dupre, but the ball knocked out of bounds off the rebound of Cooper Ray, out of bounds. Back over to Midway. Phoenix getting frustrated and starting to play physical. Surprised he hadn't picked up that third foul. And a good job there by Davin Sedgwick as he'll come out. Cooper Ray will check out. And Nick Hansen as you have the Isaiah Capers, Evan Mayhew, and now Jaheim Dowd check into the ball game for the Eagles. Evan Mayhew is out. Iwala went out. Now Iwala's back in with Mayhew back in.
It makes sense to match them. Those are the two tallest guys on the court. They'll be able to match each other's physicality inside the best out of the other team, so it makes sense for them to be following minutes.
Barry drives all the way in, but a shot short. Eagles rebound, and they'll have it with 1:15 remaining as Q Presley takes his time walking it up for Georgetown. 30-19, Georgetown by 11. Dowd on the right wing, holds there, looking low. Goes to Mayhew at the right elbow. Mayhew covered by Iwala, tries to turn. He'll kick it back out to Dowd. Now to Capers, swing it around. Presley on the left wing. He'll look to drive on Mills, but back it out and reset. 55 seconds remaining in the half. Right wing into the hands of Dowd. Looks low. And now here comes the screen. And now there's a foul. They're going to whistle it on Evan Mayhew. Phoenix has been getting physical. They're going to call it on Ryan Dupre. It's an illegal screen on Dupre. I was going to say that would be a costly foul on Georgetown if it were for Mayhew. But it goes to Ryan Dupre, second team foul, his first. But Phoenix playing super physical has been getting away with a lot of contact. And he wins the battle there on the illegal screen by Dupre. Antoine Mills across the timeline. 40 seconds remaining in the half. Kick it over to Gus Mills on the right wing. He'll go up top to Phoenix. Phoenix holds there. Backs it out. Reset. Left wing to Barry. Down low to Iwala on the baseline. He'll try to spin. Doubled up. Kick it out. Barry fakes the three. Drive baseline jumper. It's up. It's no good. Backside rebound by Isaiah Capers. Skip it ahead as Presley snuck out. But he'll slow things down with 19 seconds remaining. The Eagles go for the last shot.
That's high IQ because he could have taken that and win a 2-on-1 and try to score, but that would have left more time on the clock for Midway to get the ball. Here, they'll take the last shot, and now that Midway have a chance.
8 seconds. The shot by Q Presley, no good. Gus Mills gets the rebound. He'll dribble to the midcourt stripe, fire it up on the run. It's off the backboard, no good. And the first half comes to an end. 30-19, Georgetown, the 11-point lead at the half. We'll take a timeout when we come back. Some halftime stats and the start of the third quarter. Eagle basketball continues on the SHN Network here in just a minute. Okay, the mic fell. Back alive here at the halftime. Georgetown leads it over Waco Midway, 30-19. And Holden, looking at some stats, Georgetown shooting the ball well behind the arc, 3 of 5, 3 of 11 for the Panthers. We talked about it. You said it while we were at the break. Midway has several players free to just open up and jack up the three-pointers. They've shot 11, only made 3, but if they get hot at any point, a comeback could be pretty easy.
Yeah, that's something that they've talked about with the coaching staff. Like, the coaches have sat them down and said, okay, you're good from this distance anywhere in the court. And you're seeing that with the confidence that Midway is pulling up with the ball. I mean, some of these shots are tough, contested, and at that point, the coaching staff would like to see them try to create a better look. But just the confidence that they are releasing these threes with, it's clear that they know they can make it, and the coaching staff has talked to them about those three-pointers and that they will live with the decision of those players. So I like you just said, like I was talking about earlier, this game can become very close very quickly if some of these threes start to fall, because they've gotten some open looks, some more contested ones, but they clearly have the confidence and the ability to knock them down.
Georgetown led at the half by the point guard, Q Presley, 19 points in the ball game here in the first half, 19 of 30 for Georgetown. But then right behind him, you look at Ryan Dupre. I love the 5 points, but I love the 6 rebounds. Doing a great job going after the ball. Isaiah Capers has 3 rebounds of his own. Evan Mayhew in there. He got 2 points and 2 rebounds, but troubled by that second foul that was called there in the quarter. Had to take a quick break. But that's going to be the interesting battle for me in the second half. Mayhew and Iwala. Who stays out of foul trouble? Who stays on the floor? And if they have a break from them, do the coaches try to match time for time to get some break and come back and battle again? But right now, if you look at it, Iwala has no fouls. Mayhew has 2.
And that's what my plan would be starting in this third quarter, matching them up, because you know Iwala's going to come out for them. He's really been what looks like the nucleus of this offense. They consistently try to get him the ball in the paint, but right now Georgetown's playing very effectively around him. It's preventing him from getting the ball, doubling him when he does have the ball. But if Mayhew gets that third foul, the fourth foul, and he's having to leave the court for extended periods of time, you're asking smaller defenders to guard a very big, very physical Iwala, 6'6", and that could get them into foul trouble, get a lot of free throw opportunities for Midway, and then you could start seeing that comeback start creeping closer and closer if they allow Iwala to start taking over the second half. But they have had a great game plan around him so far in that first half, preventing him from getting the ball, stopping him when he does. But for me, I would match minutes up until if Mayhew does get into foul trouble, then you'll have to start relying on some of the smaller guys to pick up the slack.
Then do you go to a double on Iwala anytime he catches the ball, the backside help? What do you do? And that's a call for Coach Cadfield, and that's things I'm sure they're addressing now with Evan having 2 fouls. 3.5 minutes left in the halftime. We'll take another break. 30-19, Georgetown leads it over the Midway Panthers. Stay with us. First Responder Broadcasting proudly presents Georgetown Eagle Sports here on the SHN Sports Network. And Georgetown Eagle Boys Basketball is presented solely by the sponsorship of Mack Hike Ford Lincoln of Georgetown and Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back here for the start of the third quarter. We're back here live, Georgetown High School. The final 20 seconds goes off the halftime clock. Holden Tuma, myself, Wally Harmon, Jerry Ann, punching the buttons behind the scenes and running the camera for us. We're here in day 2. What's on the line here for Georgetown? What's on the line for Midway? The winner takes second place in pool play and plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow here at Georgetown. The loser goes to third place in the pool, and they play at 8 a.m. at Eastview High School in the morning. I'm being selfish. I hope they play at 11 here tomorrow. We can leave the equipment set up and sleep in a little bit before the game tomorrow in the silver bracket. But both these teams 1-1. They both beat El Paso Hanks. They both lost to Smithson Valley. And now they do battle here in the second half as we go to third quarter action. Midway has the ball to open up the quarter. Barry and the starting lineup on the floor for both teams. Barry dribbles right wing, covered by Nick Hansen. Goes down low to Iwala. He'll lower the shoulder, run over Mayhew. The shot no good. The rebound tip free, and it's off of Evan Mayhew out of bounds. He thought he had tipped it off of Iwala. So the Panthers will reset underneath their own bucket, 7:42 remaining.
And they did decide to match minutes. Mayhew does come in with Iwala, and you're seeing the impact of the 2 fouls. He didn't go up to block. He tried to draw the charge, and so that's gonna be a big time matchup in the second half.
Iwala doesn't take the shot, kicks it out. Barry will fire the wing jumper. It's no good. Ryan Dupre, another rebound for Georgetown. He'll slow it down to Q Presley with 7:25 remaining third quarter. Georgetown, the 11-point lead, will bring it across the timeline. Left wing to Dupre, back to Presley. Now over to Capers, right wing into the hands of Nick Hansen. He'll look low, back up top to Presley. Get the high screen from Dupre. High screen. The ball's tipped on a pass down to Mayhew, and it's into the hands of Barry. And here come the Panthers. Barry kick it out. Antoine Mills will drive baseline, pull up 6-footer, in and out, no good. Mayhew tips it to Hansen, and here comes Georgetown. Hansen at midcourt will slow things down with 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. Now dribble to the right wing. No one picks him up, but he'll slow it back down up top to Dupre. Ryan fakes the deep 3 over Phoenix. Now will hold there. Kick it right wing to Hansen. Hansen looks in. Up top to Isaiah Capers, left wing to Dupre. Dupre looking for the cutter. Now we'll go up top, and Q Presley will reset right wing to Capers. 6:35 remaining. Down low, Dupre on the baseline. He'll pull up over Iwala. Short on the shot, rebounded by Gus Mills. Off to Antoine Mills, and here come the Panthers with 6:25 remaining. Mills lost the dribble, down to Barry, down low to Iwala. And there's a foul on Evan Mayhew. And that'll be a key one there. That's his third personal. First team foul on Georgetown. And how quickly does he come out with the 3 personals?
He's going to stay in at least for a couple more sets here, but you never want to see a foul on the take, on the catch. At that point, you let him have it and then play contest.
Inbound to Mills. His three-pointer barely chips the paint off the rim, and Capers comes away with it for Georgetown. 6:15 remaining, third quarter. 30-19, the score remains. Hansen across the timeline. Tries to dribble pass, now gives it off to Q Presley. He'll bring it up top, reset the offense. Left wing to Dupre, into the hands of Hansen down on the baseline. He'll hold there. Looks up top, gets it to Dupre. Covered by Phoenix. Dupre drives. Short shot, gets his own rebound back. Phoenix fakes, flops, and they called it. And there's the flop called on Phoenix. So that will be a violation by Phoenix. A warning there. They'll get the ball back, but the flop warning has been given. Phoenix doesn't agree with that as he walks up the court. But the Panthers will get the ball back. They got the rebound off the shot. So they'll maintain possession with 5:52 remaining. Antoine Mills will give it back to Barry, and he'll bring it up for the Midway Panthers.
It's going to be a big offensive set here because this third quarter is already flown by. They're going to need some points quick if they want to start carving into this 11-point lead.
Phoenix drives in, stops, goes over to Iwala, knocked free by Mayhew. He'll kick it up top to Barry and reset. Barry, top of the key, looks to drive, kicks it over. Gus Mills on the left wing. Dribbles against Dupre, trying to get it low to Iwala. Don't want to get a foul. Mayhew's got to be careful with 3 fouls. Iwala drives into lane, spin, baseline, and Mayhew called for the foul. You can't do that. That's got to be frustrating. Evan Mayhew now with 4 fouls is going to have to sit the majority of the second half, and now the Panthers can attack with Iwala.
And that was very ticky-tacky, just from my perspective, because it looked like Mayhew was in great position, contested the whole way, gets called for the 4th foul. So like you said, he's going to have to sit most of the second half because you do not want to see him foul out of this game and completely lose his ability and his size. But this is going to be a big-time challenge now with Iwala because they've clearly come out in the second half with the game plan of getting him the ball.
So Cooper Ray will check in for Evan Mayhew. Takes the seat with the 4 fouls. So it'll be a contest here and a battle for the junior Cooper Ray at 6'5" to battle Iwala. The 6'6" postman for the Panthers. His first free throw was no good. Second free throw, no good as well. And the rebound ripped down by Ryan Dupre for Georgetown. 5:15 remaining. Now forecourt pressure. Skip pass over to Hanson, left wing. Dribbles down, now back out. Holds it there to a cutting Dupre who was left open. He'll drive, kick it out. Capers right baseline 3 on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Phoenix, but knocked out of bounds by Cooper Ray, and it'll be Midway ball. 5 minutes exactly left here, third quarter, as Coach Canfield talks to the official about that one. But the Panthers have it. And he's won the foul call on Iwala against Dupre. They're calling it loose down on this end where it was tight against Mayhew to get the 2 fouls here early. Barry drives off a screen, picks it up, kicks it up top. Gus Mills with 4:45 resets for the Panthers. High screen by Barry. Mills kicks it out to Antoine. He'll fire a baseline 3 and knock this one down. And Antoine Mills now has 10 points in the ball game. The first points of the second half for either team come on the 3-pointer by Antoine Mills. Presley across the timeline, drops it down to Capers, and he's pushed there by Phoenix. And that'll be a big foul on Phoenix. That'll be his 3rd personal foul, first team foul on the Panthers.
Going back to that 3-point play, Presley got sucked inside on the drive, and it left the Midway shooter wide open, and these guys are way too confident and way too talented to leave open. You have to stick with your assignments there. That time, Midway burns him for 3.
Presley gets the inbound pass. He'll drive on Antoine Mills all the way in. The shot's blocked. Dupre knocks it free, but Mills chases it down. Spin move across half court, behind the back dribble, kicks it out. Barry, a 3-pointer from the right wing. It's an air ball, too long, and Cooper Ray will save it. How was he not fouled? How do you not call that? You're calling the ticky-tack fouls on Mayhew down low, but like a chop by Thibodeau to knock the ball free. Hits Cooper Ray. It goes out of bounds. They call it off Georgetown, and Midway ball, no foul. 4:06 remaining. Inbound to Antoine Mills, covered by Presley. Looking down low for Iwala. Mills will now dribble over to the right side, reset for the Panthers. 3:55 remaining. Off the screen, over to Barry left wing. He'll drive the baseline, forces up a runner. It's a brick, no good. Rebound tipped out to Ryan Dupre for Georgetown. Dupre will walk it up. Thibodeau picks him up near midcourt. Dupre across the timeline, reaching, hand checking, no call. Dupre drives, stop, and now the foul finally called on the floor. It'll be on Thibodeau. That'll be his 2nd personal. 2nd team foul on Midway.
You never want to criticize officials. Obviously, they're going to be volunteer guys. The biggest thing with officiating in any sport is just to be consistent with the calls on both ends of the floor. It's going to be tough. It's never an easy job officiating any sport. That's what the key that you want to look at as a fan, as a broadcaster. Just be consistent. Inbound
to a cutting Dupre. Count it and draw the foul on Iwala. He hits the floor hard, but Dupre gets the bucket and a chance at a 3-point play. That's Iwala's first personal, 3rd team foul on the Panthers. And Ryan Dupre knocks down the bucket for the first field goal of the second half, first points of the second half for Georgetown. And lead back to 10, 32-22 with a free throw coming for Dupre.
Came at a great time, but that's the advantage of getting those plays. You can drop right under the hoop. You can run some screens, run some meshes, and get a wide-open defender or offensive player at the cusp of the rim, and no defender's going to be in great position because of the way it's executed and the way it's schemed up.
And a great pass by Presley to recognize the cut by Dupre. He gets the bucket and the harm. Now to the free throw line to try to make it an 11-point lead again. 3:37 remaining, third quarter. Dupre's free throw off the back iron, no good. Ripped down the rebound. Barry for the Panthers. And Midway will bring it up. Barry pressured by Q Presley. Gets across the timeline. Dribbles to the left side. Kicks it over to Gus Mills. He wasn't ready for it, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. And Georgetown gets the turnover.
There was a lot of commotion happening on the other side. I think the players got a little distracted. So in the pass game, he wasn't ready for it, and it's a turnover, Georgetown ball.
Adrian Brown over to Sedgwick on the right wing. Down low to Dupre on the right block. He'll spin in between the double team. They're going to call a traveling violation as he split defenders. Nice take there by Dupre. But a turnover for Georgetown. Ball back over to Midway, leading by 10. Inbound to Antoine Mills, and he'll bring it up against Adrian Brown. 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Georgetown leads it by 10, 32-22. Gus Mills has it left wing. Now over to Barry right side. Looking for Iwala. Back to Mills. Now baseline to Thibodeau. He's looking for Iwala. Can't get to him. Good defense by Cooper Ray. Barry has it up top. Now down to Thibodeau. Goes in, gets past Ray, kicks it out. Gus Mills passes on the three, but an offensive foul there on Iwala as he ran over Ryan Dupre, who just set his feet and waited. But Iwala left his feet to make the pass, ran over Dupre. Great foul call. Great defense by Ryan Dupre.
It's great, like you said, great defense, great awareness, and you have to shout out Cooper Ray because he's not as big. Evan Mayu is taller than Iwala. Cooper Ray is not, And so he's playing with a lot of energy, a lot of physicality, challenging him and everything he's doing. And they're having a tough time getting the ball to Iwala down in the post. But when they do, the double comes. That time they get a charge.
Ryan Dupre gets the backdoor cut from Q Presley, lays it in. Good assist for Q Presley, and a good bucket there by Ryan Dupre. Gus Mills forces one up. Iwala the rebound on the backside. Puts it up left-handed, too strong. Rebound by number 11, Butler. Kicks it out to Gus Mills. Now back up top to Antoine Mills. The Panthers reset with 2:10 remaining, trailing by 12, 34-22. Antoine Mills dribbles left wing up top of the key. Loses footing, gets it back, fires a free throw range jumper, no good. Cooper Ray, a great job to tip it out, and Adrian Brown comes away with it for Georgetown.
It's a tough shot by Antoine Mills. He's had a couple of those, but good defense by Georgetown.
Adrian Brown, the runner, tries for the rebound. Iwala bodies him, and he clanks heads with Antoine Mills. Hopefully he's all right as he takes his time getting up the court. And he'll get the pass down to Butler on the left wing. Back to Antoine Mills, down low to Iwala, covered by Ray, and there's a foul, a quick whistle. So here's where we're talking about that. You want it even on both ends. You call that before he even had a chance to make the catch, but down here the hacking and the pushing is not being called. That's where Coach Canfield's in the ear of these officials. Just call it even.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, that's the metric you always want to see officials adhere to, being consistent.
The shot off, no good. Good job by Sedgwick to block out. Cooper Ray ahead to Q Presley. He'll drive in, put it up, and a blocking foul by Butler. And that'll send Q Presley to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that'll be the 15th foul on the Midway Panthers. That one could have gone either way. You weren't sure where it was going to go, but Butler draws the blocking foul. And that'll send Q Presley back to the free throw line for 2 shots.
I don't think he was quite in position. He got there just a little bit late. And so when Presley made the contact, he wasn't in the appropriate charge position. And so that time it's the blocking foul, and Q gets the 2 free throws.
First free throw from Q is good. That's his 20th point in the ball game, and the Eagle lead up to 13, 35-22. Q so far 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. I probably did it again. No. Yes, I did. Q Presley misses the free throw. Rebound by Thibodeau.
You got to start waiting until after the free throws are shot.
Kick it to Butler across the timeline. Up top, Antoine Mills. 1:20 remaining, third quarter. Kick it back left side. Gus Mills, the freshman for the Panthers, has it there and holds against Ryan Dupre. Now up top to Butler. Butler goes right side to Antoine Mills. Looking down low for Iwala. Going to go baseline to him. Nope, back up to Thibodeau. Great defense by Cooper Ray. And his pass, Thibodeau looks away. Gus Mills, the second time in the last 3 or 4 possessions where he's not ready for that pass. A turnover by the Panthers.
And that's all starting because of Cooper Ray's defense on the interior. A lot of Midway's offensive looks are designed to get him the ball on the inside, but Ray's completely shutting it down and forcing them to play with the guards.
There's a foul whistled on Butler on the reach-in on Adrian Brown. That'll be Butler's second personal foul, and that's the 16th foul. So Adrian Brown will go to the free throw line for 2 shots in the bonus with 52 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Big time free throws here because this is heading into the fourth now, and there's been almost zero offensive rhythm on either side. So any points you can get right now to cushion the lead is going to be huge.
Adrian Brown, the lefty, fires the first free throw. This one nothing but net. Brown now with 2 points in the ball game. Eagles lead it 36-22, their largest lead of the night here at 14. Brown, the senior guard, readies again, the lefty. Fires away, this free throw good as well. And the Georgetown lead grows to 15, 37-22. Antoine Mills across the timeline with 45 seconds remaining, third quarter. Adrian Brown on him. He'll slow down, and they'll go back to the corner here to set up for the last shot of the third quarter.
See, at this point, I don't like this call because you're racing possessions. You're down 15. So this plays right into Georgetown's hands because even if you get a 3 here, you're down by double digits.
Antoine Mills shakes and bakes. Free throw line jumper, no good, but a rebound there by Thibodeau and a whistle on the floor. They'll call this one on Davin Sedgwick. That'll be his first personal foul. Fourth team foul on Georgetown. And the Panthers will inbound on their own baseline with 24.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Get it into Iwala on the baseline. Throw it up top to Antoine Mills. And he'll race it down before midcourt over to Butler. Butler at the right wing, back to Mills on the left side. 15 seconds remaining. And they'll waste the time down to take the last shot, trailing by 15. Antoine Mills dribbles against Brown off a screen to the left side. Up top to Gus Mills. Step back three. Dupre was there to block it. And the ball is tipped free. Cooper Ray has it. He'll throw it 3/4 of the court, but it comes up short in the third quarter. Comes to an end. 37-22. Another great defensive play to end the quarter for Georgetown. And they go to the fourth quarter leading by 15. Quick timeout. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. And we're back for quarter number 4. Georgetown. Whoa, there we go. Got it in there. Back for quarter number 4. Georgetown will have the opening possession. Mayhew, Hanson, Dowd, Sedgwick, and Presley on the floor for Georgetown. So Evan Mayhew checks back in to start the fourth quarter with his 4 fouls. Q Presley across the timeline, left side guarded by Antoine Mills. Looks to dribble past him, now backs it out, shakes him, bakes him, up top, fakes the 3. Looks to drive, will kick it back door to Dowd. He'll dribble all the way through, dump it to Mayhew. He wasn't ready for it. And there's a foul on, it's got to be, I was going to say, Evan Mayhew just got crushed by Iwala, and he reaches up. Great play there by Iwala. But they're going to give a timeout call to Coach Canfield to maintain the possession. Hopefully Evan's all right. Iwala, the big guy, fell on him going for the ball and then head against the floor. So a big timeout. We'll keep it here with the 30-second timeout by Coach Canfield. But what a pass there by Jaheim Dowd. Evan Mayhew just not quite ready for that one. I think it surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, like you were saying, it was a great pass, but if Mayhew can hold on to that ball, gets an easy look and probably dunk it, jam it home, and get this crowd fired up in the start of this fourth quarter. But like you were saying, passes like that sometimes catch the offensive guys unaware because you're just, how did he get it through there? How did he get it through past the defenders? That time Mayhew's not quite ready, couldn't handle it. You just hope he's okay because he got a lot of man falling on him right in his head. Gotta hope he looks like he's coming back in, but he's definitely wincing. Definitely looks like he's in some pain. So that'll be something to watch for.
So Georgetown will maintain possession. 7:41 remaining here in the ball game. They lead it by 15, 37-22. Georgetown held the Panthers to just 3 points. In the third quarter, Sedgwick kicks it to Hanson. Right elbow extended now up top to Presley and reset. He's on the right wing, covered by Antoine Mills. Up top to Sedgwick. Sedgwick gives it off to Dowd on the left side. Looks up top to Hanson. Hanson has a lane, but backs it out. Slows it down to Dowd left side. Looking down for Mayhew. But now Dowd will drive into the lane. Spin. Split defenders. And the ball comes out of Dowd's hands. Got up in the air.
That's a tough take. That was well defended by Waco Midway. And something like that, when you're spinning, out of control, it's super difficult to execute the layup at the very finish and keeping control of where you are on the court, how much power, how much size you really need to get inside there. Tough shot, good defense.
Antoine Mills, left baseline, fires a 3. It's short. Evan Mayhew, the rebound, gives it off to Q Presley. 6:55 remaining in the ball game. Q Presley across the timeline, left side. He'll slow it down now to Dowd, right wing, into the hands of Sedgwick. He looks down low, goes up top to Hanson, loses it, gets it back, and resets with 6:45 remaining. To Dowd on the left side, to Presley on the wing. He'll look to drive past Mills, now steps back, drives the baseline, spins, backs it out, slows it down, up top to Dowd. Ball was tipped. Should have been called. It was tipped. She's going to come over and talk to him. That was tipped by Gus Mills, so that shouldn't be a backcourt violation. It should be Georgetown's ball.
Looks like they're staying with the call, for now at least.
Coach Canfield trying to figure out why. If it was tipped, it'd take the momentum back to the back court. And so Coach is wanting kind of a clarification. But they're going to give the ball to Midway on the backcourt violation there. Coach not too happy with that call. But one had the tip. You thought the call would have gone with Georgetown and not being a violation. Barry has it right wing. Phoenix has it there, looking for Iwala. Up top, Barry. He fakes on the three to the right elbow. And there he's whistled for a double dribble violation. It'll be Georgetown's ball. Turnover on the Panthers.
And right now these offenses have grinded to a halt. Like you said, 3 points for the Panthers in the third quarter. Haven't scored here in the fourth. The Eagles really haven't had a lot of offensive success either. They're playing a ton of ISO ball right now. They're not really setting up a lot of screens, a lot of picks. Right now they're trying to make a hero ball play with all 5 of the guys rather than trying to make a team play and get someone else open. You got to hope that they find an offensive identity in these quick possessions here.
Dupre check back in. Q was going to throw the pass to him on the wing, but Dupre had cut in for the screen. So a turnover there on the traveling violation. But now you got Dupre back on the floor in place of Sedgwick. So another score on the floor for Georgetown. So maybe that happens and gets them into a rhythm. But as long as the defense locks, Canfield will be happy here as the defense locks down on these Panthers.
And like you said, they have to lock down because Midway can score from anywhere, and they can score very quickly.
Iwala goes up against Mayhew. The shot no good. Good defense there to not draw the foul. And Mayhew gets the rebound. Gives it off to Dupre in the backcourt. He'll bring it up for Georgetown with 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Phoenix tight on Dupre. And a timeout called there by Coach Canfield to save the possession after Dupre was knocked down to one knee by Phoenix. No call there, but we'll take the timeout with them. 5:44 remaining here in the ballgame. Georgetown leads it by 15, 37-22. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. Here live, Georgetown High School, day 2 of the Jack Frost Tournament. Georgetown battling with Midway in their final pool play game. The winner finishes in the silver bracket of tomorrow's silver play of day 3. The loser falls to the bronze bracket. Hansen gets the inbound, down low to Mayhew, right block, spin in the lane, around Iwala, puts it up and in. Evan Mayhew, a beautiful take, now has 4 points in the ball game. And the Eagle lead expanded to 17, 39-22.
It's great footwork inside to position himself into the perfect spot to rise up and get an easy layup for 2.
Gus Mills to Barry, down low to Iwala, spin in the lane, goes up over Mayhew, and he gets this bucket. He now has 6 in the ball game. And the first points of the fourth quarter for both teams come from the big men. And there's Phoenix on the foul there, pressuring Dupre on the dribble. And that'll be Phoenix's 4th personal foul. First team foul on the Midway Panthers here in the fourth quarter.
With 5 minutes to go, down 15, and how these offenses are playing, you have to expect for Waco to become way more aggressive defensively, try to get some turnovers, some quick transition scores to help propel their offense back into this game.
Dupre on the left wing, drives past Phoenix into the lane, fakes a man up, kicks it out. Q Presley, right wing 3, wide open, off the rim, no good. Mayhew tips it out to Hansen. Hansen will reset to Dupre on the left wing with 4:55 remaining. Dupre drives, fakes, kicks it, holds it, now kicks it out to Dowd, reset the offense. Q Presley up top, resets with 4:45 remaining and a 15-point lead, 39-24.
And there's no rush for Georgetown. They can get all the sets that they want as long as Waco continues to let them reset the offense.
Dowd into Mayhew at the free throw line, drop it to Dowd on the cut. He'll kick it out. Q Presley right wing, fakes the 3, dribbles in. Now backs it out, goes down low to Mayhew. He'll put it up over Iwala, get the roll. Evan Mayhew, a good bucket there and a great pass from Q Presley. and the Eagle lead back to 17. 41-24, 4:15 remaining in the ball game. Phoenix out near midcourt, covered by Dowd. Throws it over to Barry, left wing to Antoine Mills. Back up top, Barry off a screen will fire a three from straight on and knock it down. It'll be a 2-point bucket. They said he stepped on the line. So the 2-point bucket by Barry and a quick timeout by head coach Eric McDade. 4:05 remaining in the ball game. Georgetown by 15, 41-26. Eagle basketball presented by First Responder Broadcasting continues in a moment. Back out of the timeout. Georgetown will inbound with 4:05 remaining. Q Presley in the backcourt. Skips it ahead to Mayhew. Left unattended. And he'll wait and hand it off to Presley down to the left wing. Presley will bring it back out towards the top and reset for Georgetown. Here comes the double team. Presley battled there. And a quick timeout by Coach Canfield. He saw what he wanted defensively from the Panthers. Now he'll make his adjustments in that timeout. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. But Georgetown leads by 15. This is where this team has to establish an identity. You have the lead in the fourth quarter. How do you maintain it? How do you not slow down and not try to score, but not get reckless with the ball and give turnovers to the team, to the opponent, to give them a chance to come back?
This is where composure is tested. I was talking about it just a moment ago. Waco Midway has to become more aggressive defensively because they don't have enough time to try to match score and then at the same time as letting Georgetown have their traditional offensive look, score 15 additional points. They have to send the doubles, full court press. So composure is going to be tested. They have to make accurate, effective passes and get the ball out quick, make accurate decisions, but then also take the chances to score when they're presented. You cannot be hyper aggressive because the clock is your friend.
Georgetown inbounds into the backcourt to Q Presley. Into Mayhew at the left elbow. He'll kick it back out to Presley. Kind of a double team matchup zone for the Panthers now. 3:35 remaining. Presley skip it over to Hanson right side, down to Dowd, into Mayhew at the free throw line. He'll back it out, reset. Top of the key, no one picks him up, fire the three. Good! Ryan Dupre.
That was perfectly executed because they're passing it effectively, forcing Midway to guard everything, and then they take the opportunity when they get it.
44-26. Mayhew gets away with the ball. Gus Mills steals it on the pass out to Dowd. Nice effort there by Mills. And the Panthers will retain possession after Mayhew had got the rebound and kicked it out to Dowd, but it was stripped free. Phoenix will come out. Thibodeau back in for the Panthers. They'll inbound with 3:10 remaining. Antoine Mills on the right wing. Down low to Gus Mills, middle of the lane. He'll do kind of a fadeaway jumper in the middle of the lane and get it to go. Good shot there by Gus Mills. He now has 8 in the ball game. And the lead down to 16. Hanson pressured ahead to Dupre. To Dowd, knocked free, but he gets it back to Dupre. Down low to Mayhew. Mayhew will slow it down out to Presley with 2:45. The Eagles reset. Skip pass, blocked free. Dupre, what a heady play, keeps it alive. Now a backdoor pass, Dowd can't get it to go. Iwala the rebound, and Dowd fouls him. And man, a wide open layup, and Jaheim Dowd just too much on it. He was so wide open, and it was such a good pass by Dupre, but now a big foul there. Gives Dowd his first and the team first here in the fourth quarter. 2:30 left here in the ball game. 44-26, Georgetown by 16. Antoine Mills across the timeline. Up top, off of a double screen. Setting there, now gives it off to Barry. Barry back to Mills, looking for Iwala, gets it to him, left block. He'll go up against Mayhew. Mayhew kind of gives way, and Iwala will lay it up and in to cut it to a 14-point deficit, and another timeout by head coach Eric McDade. We'll take it with them. It's a full timeout. 2:16 remaining in the ball game. Georgetown basketball continues in a moment. here at Georgetown High School, the Jack Frost Tournament. This one's a good one. Georgetown leads it by 14. The winner between Georgetown and Midway goes to the silver bracket tomorrow in day 3. The loser goes to the bronze bracket. Georgetown has 2 minutes, 16 seconds to hold on here as they lead by 14. Full court pressure by the Panthers. Hanson inbounds to Presley. Back to Hanson. He gets around his man, kicks it ahead. Dowd wide open. He'll slow it down and back it out and reset. He'll give it off to Q Presley with 2:05 remaining. Good job by Dowd there. And the Eagles will burn some clock. Pass in to Dupre. He's pressured there. He'll dribble out of it, but a foul whistled. It'll be on number 4, Antoine Mills. His 3rd personal, 2nd team foul. So 3 more fouls for the Panthers before they get into the bonus. Inbound deep into the backcourt. Q Presley runs it down with 1:55 remaining. Over to Hanson, left side. Hanson picks up the dribble, pressured by Thibodeau. And Thibodeau reaches in and rips it away. A jump ball there. But Hanson can't pick up the dribble there. Got to keep the dribble alive. And now loses the ball. Turnover back to the Panthers. 1:45 remaining. Barry has it right side. Panthers have got to go, but they are taking their time in their sets. Across the double screen, up top. Right wing, Antoine Mills, deep 3. Fires it high arcing, short off the rim. Battle for it. Thibodeau gets the rebound and the putback. And another timeout from head coach Eric McDade. I don't know how many timeouts he has left with 1:32 remaining. But Thibodeau, a great backside rebound, his first 2 points of the night. And the lead cut to 12, 44-32. Quick timeout, Eagle basketball returns in a moment. Back here at Georgetown High School, 1 minute, 32 seconds remaining. Georgetown will inbound on the Panther end of the floor. Leading by 12, Hanson to inbound. He'll get it into Q Presley. Q will kick it over to Hanson. Hanson, skip it over to Presley near side. Got to get it across the timeline. Now does to Mayhew. He'll kick it to a cutting Dowd. Dowd will lay it up left side and gets this one to go. Nice pass from Mayhew to Dowd. And Jaheim gets his first 2 points of the ball game. Barry will force a 3 from the left wing. He'll knock that down. He now has 7 in the ball game. Pressure in the backcourt. 1:05 remaining. Hanson gets it across. Mayhew dribbles through traffic. Ball knocked free. It's loose on the floor. Thibodeau gets it. Dowd jumps on it and ties it up. Great effort there by Jaheim Dowd to tie it up, and Georgetown will get the possession back on the alternating possession. Great hustle there by Jaheim Dowd to go tie it up on Thibodeau laying on the floor.
It might potentially be a game-winning play because Waco Midway was really harassing them defensively, created a couple turnovers there, got the three-pointer, but now Georgetown gets the possession back under a minute to go, and a quick foul.
An inbound to Ryan Dupre. Thibodeau helps him up off. The pass was kind of underthrown to throw it deep, and Thibodeau just ran into him as he kind of hung up to get the interception. So they'll call the foul on Thibodeau. His 3rd, team 3rd. Eagles inbound to the backcourt to Presley. Kicks it across to Dowd. Dowd pressured. Goes down to Mayhew on the right elbow. Right baseline. Throws a skip pass to Nick Hanson, but he had to have been about 8 feet tall to get that one. It's a turnover on Georgetown with 46 seconds left, leading by 11. Antoine Mills will push it now across the timeline. A high screen, step back, left side 3. Off the backboard, no good. Evan Mayhew the rebound. Kick it out, Hanson. Here goes ahead to Q Presley, and he'll go up and lay it up and in. Q Presley's first bucket of the 4th quarter. He now has 22, and that should right it away for Georgetown. A 13-point lead. Dupre will block the shot of Antoine Mills. Kick it ahead to Q Presley again with 20 seconds. He'll back it out and slow things down, and Georgetown will dribble out the clock. Final 15 seconds here in the ballgame. Georgetown is going to come away with the win, improve to 6-5 on the year with a 48-35 win over the Midway Panthers to advance to the silver bracket of the Jack Frost tournament here at Georgetown High School. That's your ball game. Georgetown wins it 48-35 over the Midway Panthers. We'll take a timeout, come back with some stats and the interviews. You'll have the player of the game and Coach Canfield join us here in just a moment. Eagle basketball continues in just a moment. Back here live, Georgetown High School. Georgetown victorious over the Midway Panthers, 48-35. They finished in second place of the pool play to advance to the silver bracket tomorrow. They'll be here at 11 a.m. at Georgetown High School to take on the second place team. And here comes the big man, Evan Mayhew, to join us. And I'll give him, we'll go over here. He has to stand down below, though. All right, big guy. You got to put these on, but you have to stand down there. So, Evan Mayhew joins us. Evan, that's a battle with the big guy, Iwala. And you did a good job, one, coming back in there in the fourth quarter, not picking up the fifth foul and staying in the ball game. Talk about a battle with a big guy like that, not only in height, but that guy had some size on him. Yeah. A good battle down low, you and Cooper Ray, when you were out of the ball game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, great opponent. Had a lot of fun playing against him. I don't get to play against a lot of people my size, and I mean, he was bigger than my size. And yeah, he was great, played great, and I really enjoyed battling against him. And
you come back in there in the fourth quarter with 4 fouls. What's going through your mind the whole time there in the fourth quarter to stay on the floor, not pick up that foul, but yet battle with the big guy?
I tried to keep sort of the same mindset because I don't want to play too far out of my game to avoid the fifth foul, but I also need to avoid the fifth foul so I can stay in the game. So it was just a higher focus on getting to my spot first instead of letting them come to me, so I can try to do a little just weird little tip that I try to do a lot. But I had to just stay straight up, and I think I did that pretty well.
Did it real well there, especially in that fourth quarter. He gets a couple of buckets, but he doesn't get a lot. Forcing a lot of shots, he had to get to a spot he wasn't ready for. How big is it? You get into foul trouble there early in the second half. How much fun is it to watch like Cooper Ray go in and battle? He did a defensive gym on Iwala, moving all around you in his quickness, knowing that height-wise he gave up an inch, but a size to Iwala. How much fun is that knowing you've got a big guy to go battle for you when you're on the bench to support him and get him ready to go to face that battle for him?
For sure. I mean, shout out to Cooper. Definitely. He worked everything. He put it all out there. I mean, he was fighting, he was fronting, he was coming back around, he was battling out there, and he did a great job. He held him to very little points.
Iwala only finished with 8 points in the ball game.
Yeah.
How this team seems to be finding some things coming together. The physicality that you need, the dogs on the boards, the people going in. You see Dowd playing more minutes this game. The athleticism, Sedgwick attacking the boards, Isaiah going down. You and Ryan, smart plays of tipping the ball to each other, tipping it to yourself to go get a solid rebound. How does that feel as this team seems to be settling and finding themselves as you get ready to run through these tournaments and get ready for district?
For sure. I mean, it's a great feeling. I love it. I'm glad that we're finally settling in. I wish it could have happened a little sooner, but I'm glad. We've talked about it all season. We had this Saturday, well, maybe last Saturday, probably. We had a tough practice, and it was just all about effort. Shout out to Coach Canfield. He whipped us into shape with that. He was tired of seeing it.
How do you guys keep that now going? You get into the silver bracket. Smithson Valley takes the gold bracket, a tough loss last night, but then a good response today to recover with 2 big wins to advance to the silver bracket of Jack Frost. You get to play on the home court tomorrow, early morning, 11 o'clock. How big is that for this team, and how much fun are you guys having kind of finding your identity?
Yeah, we're having a ton of fun. I mean, the locker room's fun, on the court's fun, on the bench is fun, everywhere. I love these guys. Everywhere I'm going with them, it's a ton of fun, and I'm excited. We were in the silver bracket last year. We barely lost to.
I'm trying to remember who it was. It was a tough loss. I can't remember.
Argyle?
I think
it
so.
was Argyle.
Yeah, the Eagles. That's right.
Yeah. Tough loss against them. I think we were a little in our head trying to watch the Stony Point Lake Travis game. But it was, I mean, we're hoping to secure the victory, the dub. We won it. We won it this year. We barely missed it last year.
A good game out of you guys tonight. Another big win for Georgetown. Any shout-outs before I let you go?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out my mom, my dad, everyone who came here tonight, my grandparents, my cousins, my uncles and aunts, fighting through with my dad and everything that we're all dealing with and taking care of me when they have to, coming over, driving all over the state. I really appreciate them, and I can never let them know how much I do truly appreciate them for that.
So you guys are not alone in your fight with your dad. You have a community surrounding you, just like the community surrounded the Pennington family during football season at hit their tough time. The community surrounds you and your family. So make sure you let the family know and let us know how to support you guys. Our thoughts and prayers are continually with you, but you are lifted up and surrounded in this great community of Georgetown. And
Absolutely.
So our shout-out goes exactly to your parents and to your family. We love them, and so anything, make sure you guys let it know. Coach Canfield talked about it the other night in his shout-out to your dad and your family. And so we're here to battle with you and to support you through this.
Sir, thank you.
That's Evan Mayhew, number 44, the big post. We'll kick him out of here and get Coach Canfield in here. Congrats to Evan and the Georgetown Eagles. I forgot the towel. Good job. He wiped it off a little for you. All right, you can come up top. I made him step down a little further. Coach,
Yes,
back-to-back wins. You said this was going to be a good matchup, a strength matchup. You felt like you matched up well with Midway. They had some athletes not afraid to shoot the ball. It looked like they wanted to go to Iwala, and what a job. One, Evan Mayhew, fourth quarter, no foul, stayed in the ball game. Cooper Ray. Oh,
yes.
my goodness. The defensive battle he put out there, being an inch shorter than Iwala, but maybe 50 pounds smaller. And what a job by the junior Cooper Ray.
In third quarter, we call a timeout. We come over there and just sub Cooper out of that time. He was standing out of the huddle in a hunch position, just exhausted. And he did a phenomenal job, both of them. And just on the defensive side, I think that was our best performance of the year.
Stop right there. I had the question for you. 3 points in the third quarter allowed by you
Really?
guys. I was looking at it. We were talking at the end of the third quarter. One 3-pointer by Antoine Mills, and that was it for the Panthers in the third quarter. How big is that? The identity's starting to come. These players talk about it. Evan referred back to Saturday's practice last week where you got tired of what's going on and whipped. He called it, you whipped them into shape.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that's what they want. The players want that mindset to go out and push. That's a defensive performance you got to be proud of.
Extremely proud of. I mean, our guys. So, one, we started pushing our defensive pressure up the court, and that's just trying to get our guys in the mindset. We gotta get up and defend, not just sprint back and just let it happen. But we want to be the aggressors, and I thought we did a phenomenal job. And everybody that was on the court, they did a great job, and I'm excited about this step and going into the next one.
How do you get the players to buy in on games where the bench does not get as deep and get used as much? And a game like at Hanks, everybody played and played substantial minutes. Good to rest some of the starters for the 6 p.m. game. We talked about that. How do you get the buy-in through maybe what would become frustrating in a game like this where the matchups are so similar that you have to shrink that bench, and how do you keep that buy-in and the frustration away?
Well, I mean, I'll just be honest. I'm sure there are some kids that are upset. I'm sure Ryan was upset that I took him out for the 30 seconds that I took him out. So, I mean, it goes all the way through. Competitors want to be on the court, and that's understood. And it's thing that we talk about. When your moment is there, no matter how long it is or how short it is, you got to take advantage of your time on the court. And when your name's called, it's your turn. And prove to us that you need more time out there.
Back to the silver bracket here, the Jack Frost. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't have to get up so early. It's 11 o'clock tip, I believe, here at Georgetown. We don't have to go to the school across town.
Yep.
And so how does that feel, recovering from a loss last night to Smithson Valley, 2 big wins today, and a great athletic contest against Midway? They're an athletic team that pushed this team. How big is that now to be able to come back to the friendly confines of the Georgetown High School and play at home here at 11 o'clock tomorrow?
It's extremely good. I told the guys before the game, after we walked through our game plan and who's guarding who and what we have going on, and I stopped and I said, you know the importance of this game. It's either an 8 a.m. wake-up in the annex gym at the other school.
Oh, man, I didn't even know that.
Yes,
I'm really grateful then.
Or 11 o'clock here in the silver bracket. I don't even know who we're matched up with.
I didn't even. I was looking at it earlier and I totally forgot because I saw the discrepancy of at Eastview at 8 and here at 11. I was like, oh baby, we got to win this one. And so we'll pull it up here real quick. We were looking at it earlier. I've only searched it a bunch at the top of my search engine. The way the boys bracket will match up, Georgetown is in the silver bracket at A2. They'll take on B2. And so that's going to be anybody from, we'll go back to the pools. They didn't update the website. Dripping Springs, Lake Highlands, McNeil, or Rouse.
Probably Rouse.
And so some good competition there from other schools. That pool in and of itself, a good pool to match up against. And so, but this will be back home on Saturday. A win at 11 creates a game at 6:30 for a silver championship. A loss ends the tournament. But a successful tournament nonetheless, to see these boys start to grab that identity and push themselves, especially through an athletic contest like here tonight. And so overall, man, Cooper Ray and the defense, hats off to your guys. 3 points allowed there in the half.
Sorry, I'm just checking this real quick because we've got an opportunity tomorrow. Ryan is inching closer to 1,000 points in his career.
All right.
And it could be tomorrow morning's game.
Okay. I'll get with you before the game to make sure where we're at.
Yeah.
Because I would assume that's in a big momentum.
It is.
A momentum occasion there for Ryan, and he's been working hard.
Oh.
Tell you what, I've loved it in the last 2 games where 12 points is good for him, but the control of the ball, the way he's running through this offense, making the passes, the rebounding, but yet assisting Q in controlling that ball, bringing it up, taking some pressure off Q. You just love that senior leadership out of Q and Dupre right now to try to maybe lead this team through that transformation to become what they're looking to become.
And I will, I spoke a lot on the defense side. Our offensive ball movement was the best it's been all year. And we got better shots and better looks. with our ball movement. So
and I love
that.
I love the fact Jaheim got that backside layup there at the end. He was so wide open and got it. He put it up so quick and missed the first one. It's like, but then he got it to right the wrong.
During the timeout, he sat down. He goes, "It's not happening again. It's not happening again." So that's good.
But you love the effort and the energy that Dowd and Sedgwick are bringing
Yes.
now as they get into understanding the plays and everything with this team as they've come in from football. You love to see that energy and athleticism they bring to contribute to this team.
Yep.
Shout outs before I let you go. Go enjoy this one and maybe get a little rest.
Yeah, I guess Jack Frost.
I tell you what.
If you're watching, thank you for doing everything that you've done for Georgetown ISD.
Another great year honoring his namesake and why we do this tournament, and another great tournament of great teams coming in to play basketball. Yep. Georgetown victorious 48-35 over the Midway Panthers here tonight. We'll play 11 o'clock back here at Georgetown High School tomorrow. Eagles advance to the silver bracket over the win over Midway Panthers. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be live tomorrow for the call. It's an 11 o'clock start, 10:45 pregame. Georgetown basketball proudly presented by First Responder Broadcasting and sponsored by Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Mack Hike Ford Lincoln of Georgetown. Thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everybody.